Hello and welcome to Star Trek. I'm Rohit Khilnani. Joining us is the team of Film Highway, Randeep, Alia, Imtiaz. Thank you so much for giving me time. My first question to you, Imtiaz, was this supposed to be your first film?
Yeah, I'd written this story or thought about it a long time, even before I was making movies. Those days I was making TV serials. In fact, I had made this story into a short story on one of the channels, and always resented the fact that I couldn't really complete the story. So it kept nagging me for many years, and I thought of making it in different ways, yes. So it was, yeah.
So you couldn't complete writing the whole story, you mean?
In the way that, see, that time slot that was for that episode was only like half an hour or something like that. And so I thought the story had more to say. Yeah.
Right. So what happens when you made Rockstar, Love Aajkal? So was this just on the back burner, or were you working on this?
No, I was working on it. I was trying to make it, but I couldn't. Then Socha Na Tha happened, and then Jab We Met, and so on and so forth. And I tried to think about it or to make it, sell it to producers, etc. All the time. But no one bought into it. Then finally I produced it.
Right. Okay. I want to ask the both of you that, whenever we interview actors, when the director is not sitting there, and we ask them, the director who they want to work with, his name is obviously taken by every actor. So what was it like when, he offered the film to you?
And obviously, I was a bit confused because it's just my second film, and you think of these things maybe in your fourth or fifth film and everything. So I was obviously very excited. And after I read the script, I was even more nervous and little apprehensive whether I'll be able to do it, because it was really challenging for me. But he just said, we'll try. So I don't even think he knew whether I'll be good at it, but I don't think that was the idea. I think the idea was that maybe Maya and her character, Veera's character, was so similar, given the fact that they come from the same protected environment, led a very secure life, not done much, not seen much. So I only had that. And what happened after that was just magic.
Right. Randeep, you work with so many filmmakers. Tell us, how is his work different?
I think the biggest difference in his work is that he does not stay on that side of the camera. He's more on this side, and he comes into the actor's space. And I have a sneaky suspicion that he's suffering as much as the actors are, or elated as much as the actors are in that scene. There's a very quiet presence when you're kind of trying to concentrate, and there's Imtiaz there. He doesn't make you feel, he never makes you feel alone. That, oftentimes when you're an actor in front of the camera and it starts to roll, you feel alone.
Right.
But that's the feeling. I mean, you always felt a comforting and firm hand on your back, and you could really fall backwards. So that kind of confidence and the ability to suffer with the actor and not make it only the actor's job is probably the most special thing about him.
Imtiaz, everyone is talking about one thing, and that's the unusual casting. So where in your wildest imagination, how did you think of this?
See, I don't cast in pairs. I don't look at two people and then cast them. I only look at one person and like one character and the suitable actor for it, or the best possible actor for it. So in this case that was true as well, and then it's then incidental in a way that I don't understand what this whole thing about pairing is, or the chemistry is. I don't understand that, but yeah, so I just went ahead and cast. And in the movie, Veera and Mahabir are even more different, much more different from each other than they are than Randeep and Alia are in real life. Yeah, so it was meant to be like that. Right, the story demanded that.
Right. What Alia has done before is completely different from what she's done this time. So how did you imagine her doing this? Were you always confident that she was your first choice always?
She became my only choice when I met her. And I had not seen a film till then. And then I was very excited at the prospect of this girl playing that role, because I thought there's something very fresh and new that's going to come into the story.
Sure. Okay. Guys, a film like the posters pretty much tells us what to expect from this. It's called Highway. You all are traveling everywhere. We've seen the promos and the songs. tell me on location, is it fun to just go from one place to the other with the entire crew? You all become a big group, obviously. How much fun it is to just do a film like this that takes you so many places?
We used to all move in a caravan, you know, this whole
Yeah.
line of Innovas and trucks and this and that. We used to all move. So there's obviously that journey we were taking through, we were taking in the movie, we were taking ourselves as people as well. And I don't know, I was more involved in what I was doing, so the scenery was like only taking pictures and all that. But there was a certain feeling that I think the whole unit had, the excitement of, you know, going from one place to the other and doing a scene somewhere, which I think has permeated through the reels and probably going to be the most infectious thing about the movie when people watch it.
Okay. Alia, this is different from what you've done before. So did you enjoy traveling everywhere?
Yeah, of course I did. I mean, the only probably travel like that, road travel I had was when I was in school and we would go for school trips. And that would be like, you know, when we'd all travel in the bus for 14 hours, 16 hours. So that was to be very exciting to be with friends and all. Obviously this was different because you were shooting and you were working and a lot more was put in than just, you know, picking up Lays and eating it in the bus. So for me, the whole idea of moving like this continuously, not knowing what's happening, that itself was very exciting. So wherever we went, I was pleasantly surprised by what we would do and what would come our way.
Was it as much fun as your school picnics?
Better.
Much better. Okay. Just tell me, you shot across 6 states. So is recce done for all this, or a lot of it is decided on the spot when you all reach somewhere, you feel like it's a beautiful place, let's roll the camera?
The recce was done, but not everywhere. Because when I was doing the recce, I couldn't reach the upper reaches of Himachal at all. I couldn't even reach Rampur because the roads were blocked because of snow. So a lot of it actually rolled out while we were shooting. And even while we were shooting, we didn't know whether we'd be able to reach certain locations, whether the road is open there or not. And there are these very vicious nalas and landslide spots which behave different each day. So you've got to really go there and see whether that there's a Pagal Nala, for instance, in Himachal. Whether what's it saying? You know, is it going to let you pass, or you're going to have to do your scene on this side of the Nala?
So lucky you guys saw so many places. Tell me, which one is your favorite place in all that you saw through shooting highway?
I think the biggest beauty is the difference in the places. There are 6 states and pretty much in a very concentrated area of northern India. But their cultures, I mean, with food, what they wear, the language, road etiquettes, everything keeps changing. So that was
fun as well.
Yeah, we got to see such a varied part of our own country. I don't understand why people go abroad for holidays. And also we took the road less traveled, so we got to see a lot of things which have not been by the tourist industry, tourism industry, and so we got really the feel of the place. But the most beautiful place was for me Jammu and for Kashmir, because I think it is really paradise on earth.
Nice. Alia, you have a favorite place?
Actually, the more I answer this favorite place question, the more I think about the other places. So I have a feeling that I like every place for different reasons. Like I like Rajasthan for sambar, for the salt pan. I like Punjab for the fact that I climbed a tree. I like Himachal Pradesh for the fact that it was so cold and so pleasant, and I was at my most comfortable. And I like Kashmir for the fact that I sat on a horse. So, you know, various reasons, little things for various places. So I don't, honestly, I don't think there's one place that I like the most. But definitely when I went home, I wanted to go back to all these places.
Coming to the plot of the film, so you are obviously kidnapped, right? That's what comes across in the rushes, and you're happy to be kidnapped. How is that?
I think apart from this whole kidnapping and whether I'm happy or I'm sad angle, it's more about where I'm going and how I'm going and what happens while I'm going. So I don't know if I'm happy. It's not like I was happy throughout the journey, but yes, I am doing things that I being Veera, that I've never done in my life before, and I never thought that I would actually like so much or not like so much. So it's more about kind of finding yourself while you're out of your comfort zone as such, and then the rest just happens.
Randeep, when we see the posters, the impression you give us is that this must have been, you look so confident that it looks like this must have been easy. There must be, there must be some tough parts for you as well doing this role.
Of course. I mean, first and foremost was that this character is pretty fractured in lots of ways, which I am not as a person, but I could relate to it. And then learning a new dialect, the Gujari dialect, which was there, and to be able to have the confidence in the director and yourself to, not perform for the camera and all that, and really try and live that part to the best of your ability. So all those things are not easy, and every day is a new day, and it's by far, I mean, it was not easy at all, but that's what made it more fun.
Imtiaz, I've seen all your films as an audience. So, am I the only one who feels that there's a similarity, there's something that I can tap that, this is an Imtiaz Ali film? Am I the only one, and are we the only one, or you feel that as well? Like, there are people falling in love in different time zones, there's a famous balcony shot. So, do you also feel that?
Yeah.
There's a trademark.
As a viewer, I think that I can see myself beyond a point, when a film releases and you see it after a while, then you see that, oh, he's done it again. And it's quite by accident. It's never by, what happens is that I actually forget the film when it's over, after a point. Like, Rockstar was there for a very long time in my mind, but then I don't really remember it that well. So when I'm making this, I'm not either trying to get away from the other movies that I've made, or trying to be like them, and I don't even beyond a point, I'm not worried about whether people are going to think that I'm repeating myself or not. My whole intention is to make the best film I can at that point of time. It's only for that film. It's not for the resume. It's not for anything else. So I guess, I do see the balcony shot, and in this film there is no balcony, so there is no balcony shot. Yeah, there are certain things that repeat themselves.
You've got mountains.
The mountains, okay.